Okay, so it is now 5 years since a joint offensive between Kenyan and Somali forces against the Shabaab terror group began. The aftermath of the invasion has been a string of terror attacks on the Kenyan soil, and the Kenyan coast has been one of the hardest hit. KTN's coast reporter Francis Ontomwa profiles the war against terror at the coast of Kenya.
16th October 2011, the Kenya Defence Forces declared a full-blown war against terror, crossing the border into the conflict zone of southern Somalia. The mission was to move in and neuter the roots of an uprising terror group, Al-Shabaab. The militants said at the time kidnapped several foreign tourists and aid workers residing in Kenya. Half a decade later, the Operation Linda Inchi has faced enough retaliation. The coast of Kenya has had its fair share of the distress.
Somali, has the head, but the tail of the snake was in Kenya, because radicalization has been one of the critical problems, and the recruitment has been happening in the country, especially in the coastal region.
A strong wave of terror-related activities will follow the incursion. In 2014, a Likoni church attack shook the coast. 6 lives were lost, even before the state could put its acts together. June, same year, an even harsher script will follow, that of the deadly Mpeketoni mass murder, a chilling occurrence that saw over 60 people killed. But why has the coast of Kenya played an easy target?
You have so many young people with no education, with no technical skills, and therefore you put them at the mercy of recruiters.
Even as efforts to counter the threats are scaled up, the Kenyan government's response within her borders has remained under the spotlight, dogged by claims of extrajudicial killings and unexplained disappearances.
The rule of law has to prevail even in countering terrorism. We know that it is very difficult to fight against terrorism, and that sometimes people think this can permit extra law kind of methods.
Some families at the coast of Kenya are yet to comprehend the concept, fighting terror at all costs. They feel exposed. Some widows whose husbands have either been executed or disappeared are now petitioning the state to give them death certificates. They have resigned to fate.
Nilikuwa nahitaji sana nipate death certificate yake ili ije nisaidie baadaye kuhusu masuala ya mtoto.
Mpaka sasa wengine hawajui watoto wao wako hai ama mabwana wao wako hai ama wamefariki. Manake wanalia sana, wanasema hata kama wamefariki waletewe, waone tu ile maiti wajue kama mifiliwa.
Although the region experienced a lull of these attacks, the recent attempted attack at the Central Police Station Mombasa again reignited fresh discourses. Some analysts feel the vexed question of amnesty to returnees of Somalia has never been properly handled.
Imefika wakati ya kwamba pia warudi wao wa masoja warudi nyumbani na hizi vita tuachane nazo. Manake hawa wa Somali the more tunakaa kule, masoja wanakaa huko, the more pia nao wanakasirika na sisi huku Kenya ya kwamba wanaendelea kutupiga.
KDF afadhali wakae Somalia. Manake wakitoka Somalia warudi Kenya, itakuwa sasa Somalia watapata opportunity ya kuja sasa kutupiga na kutuumiza.
So we made a mistake and went into Somalia. We should stay in Somalia until Somalia stabilizes. It has its own financial cost, but we made the choice, and choices have consequences.
Even as the debate on whether to exit the mission or not catches on, 5 years on, Kenya continues to soldier on in the fight, even as the enemy within and without continue to stage the resistance. The 2011 incursion into Somalia continues to split opinion right in the middle. And although some observers say Kenya made the first mistake to go into the war-torn country, they reckon that Kenya must live with the same mistake until peace prevails. Francis Ontomwa, KTN News, Mombasa.